Shot the Pig to Recover His Knife by S.C. Turnbo. Mr. Aaron Frederick, formerly a resident of Howe County, Missouri, but when I saw him in the summer of 1906, he was living at the head of the beautiful cave at the head of Coweta Creek in the Indian Territory, where he related to me an amusing story of war times. Said he, "When our mill on Jack's Ford of the Spring River was set on fire and destroyed by a party of soldiers, we were compelled to see other quarters or starve to death, and then we bid adieu to our old desolate home, and we moved into Douglas County, where we lived on Fox Creek. Now, soon after our arrival there, my father rented a farm that belonged to a Mr. Davis, near where Jack Alsop lived. Now, we put in a crop of corn, and it did well, and we were beginning to get over part of our troubles when, all along after the summer corn was in full roasting ear, a large body of cavalry came along one day and stopped and camped on the farm where we lived and remained there several days. Now, they throwed the fence down and turned their horses and mules into the field and kept them there until the entire crop of corn was destroyed, and they used the rails to make fires to do their cooking. Now, the destruction of our crops brought us to distress and destitution again, and though it was sad to have to give up our crop in such a way, it gave us more discouragement. But it was our misfortune, and we had to make the best of it. Now, there was a little incident in the connection of the ruin of our crop that I will never forget until I close my eyes in death. Now, one of the soldiers had his camp near our residence, and he cooked and ate his rations at the fire made of the rails taken from the fence. Now, this man was rather old and beyond the prime of his life, and on one occasion a fat shoal which belonged to us went up near the fire where this fellow was preparing rations for dinner, and the shoal was on the hunt for something to appease its appetite. Now, the shoal was a pet and consequently gentle, and when the shoal had got up near the fire, the soldier quit work at his cooking immediately, picked up a sharp pointed knife, and stuck the pig in the side and let go of the handle, and the pig started off running with the knife hanging into it, which was what the man intended. After the wounded shoal got off a few yards with the knife sticking in the wound, the soldier snatched up his gun and shot the pig and killed it. It was against the instructions of the commandant officer to shoot firearms in the camp, and the patrol guard, on hearing the report of the gun, went to see what was the cause of the shot, and on the arrival near the scene, the officer of the guard soon located the man that had done the shooting and found him very busy cooking his noon fare with the dead shoal laying nearby with the knife stuck in its side. The officer demanded of the man why he shot, and the man very coolly says, "Captain, do you see a dead shoal laying there?" "Well, I certainly do, and it seems like you're intending to have fresh pork for dinner," said the officer. "Well, that's not my real intention at the start, but I did eat some of it for supper. The reason I killed it was that the darn thing ran off with my knife, and I was compelled to kill it to recover my knife," said the man, which seemed to be a satisfactory explanation to the officer, for he thought he had done his duty by saving his knife, and passed on, and the soldier proceeded to dress the pig and divide the meat with the officer for being so kind and merciful to him.